Hello,
Hello.
nice to meet you. Is it Nate? Is that correct? Is that correct,
Yeah.
Nate? Okay. So my name's
Uh,
Mark.
oh, okay. So let
I'm
me
from
see.
England. Where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah. Do you know? Uh,
Yeah,
my country.
yeah. And are you in one of the big cities like Hanoi, or are you living somewhere smaller?
Um, I live in Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a big city.
it's a big city. So
Definitely. So, are you learning English for a reason, like study or work?
um, yep. Because I am like I work as a software engineer, so I join a course. It will help from my company.
Okay.
And yep, and this is one of the content they require me to finish,
But
like a Cambly.
the good news is your company's paying. Is that correct?
I'm sorry.
Your
Can you?
your company pay for your Cambly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh, So they give me an account and require me to finish the total nearly 20,
Okay.
yeah, 20 hours on Cambly.
And it also explains where you're sitting and all the computers around you in the background.
Yeah. So currently it's just in the in the at noon. So the people around me, so they just come to have lunch.
Okay, right.
And
And the other
so,
question I've got is, what does your T-shirt say?
oh, sorry.
T-shirt, your black T-shirt, Spiritus Motorum.
My T-shirt.
Yeah,
So,
I don't. What does it mean? Do you know? Spiritus Motorum.
super muscle.
I think it's Latin, but I don't know what it means.
No, no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'll have to look it up afterwards, but it's Latin. It's Latin, like the Romans used to speak, but I don't know what it says. I just know it's Latin. So I'll be
I
looking
think
it up afterwards, see if I know what it means. So, what have you been doing on Cambly before? Have you been doing Cambly lessons or Cambly conversation lessons where you do free conversation? What do you like to do with your lesson?
um maybe to improve my listening or the way that I want to express my opinion.
Okay,
I think that's three is not in any case like in IELTS or rhetorical speaking.
okay.
It's just a free like
So, have you ever used Angu with a Cambly teacher?
not. So this
Okay.
is my first time.
So Angu is it's a data that some Cambly teachers use, and every day there's a subject, not one. There's hundreds. There's subjects. There's Asia, Americas, Europe, travel, work, business, etc. And you choose one of them, and but they're all set out the same. It's something that's happening, and it gives you new vocabulary, a
Mm,
reading
yeah,
section, and then a discussion.
yeah, nice.
So
Mm, okay.
I'm just going to put one. There's lots of them. Put up what it. This is Cambly Daily News, just for you to see, and then we can choose one. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm putting up this for you here, but I'll also put it up on our screen. And if I put it up on the screen, you can see Angu, and you can see here on the screen. Can you see it? Yeah.
So just wait a second. It's loading. I'm trying to accept your link.
Yeah. Can you see it on the screen with me? I put it on the left over
Mm,
here. Can you see that one? Can you
uh,
see this?
oh, yeah.
Okay. So that's the main page. And as you can see, it's got different subjects. If I scroll down, you can see science, technology subjects, culture, economy, business, health, travel, language education, Asia Pacific countries, USA, Americas, European countries, but they're all set out the same. And they are set out as new vocabulary, a reading section on what this is about. And then the last section is some questions and a discussion about what you just read. So for an intermediate student or advanced student, it's quite good because it can be interesting, and you're improving your English and your vocabulary. So I'll just bring up one just for today. You can look at the others for maybe the next time you talk to a teacher, okay? And you can look at the
Okay.
subjects. And I'll just bring up this one because it's quite interesting, and I'll put it on the screen with you now and see if it'll come up. So just bear with me, and I'll bring it up hopefully. So Chrome tab, life expectancy. So can you see that?
Is yeah, okay.
So it's not just happening in America, but this article's about America. That for many, many decades, every new age, like I'm old, you're young, so has lived longer for many decades. So, like the expectancy when I was a young boy, life expectancy in the UK was 70. Now it's 84. So a normal age in England, life expectancy is at 84. So it's got longer because of new medicines, the lifestyle. Every new generation has had a longer, thankfully, has had a longer life than the generation before. But now they're saying, for different reasons, that that might be changing.
Yeah.
And this one's about just in America. So we'll do this one. So we got some vocabulary, and I'll bring up the vocabulary. Tell me if you know the words. If you do, I'll move to the next word. Life expectancy. Do you understand that one?
So let me read
It,
description
yeah,
the
life
word.
expectancy is how long you're going
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So maybe I think as some researchers,
Yeah.
the people can live with the average 80, maybe like
The people that live the longest are in Japan. I don't know why, but they've got in Japan they've got 90,000 people who, believe it or not, are over 100 years old. That's a lot of people over 100. So, I think people in Asian countries live longer, and the reason is you eat a lot more vegetables and a lot more fish than we do in
yeah,
Europe, and that makes a big difference, I think, to your health, especially if you live in America. And this is another reason. In America, they've got fast foods,
yeah, got it.
which are not good for you. So,
A bit, yeah,
consecutive. Consecutive means one after the other, one after the other. So, if you had really bad monsoon rains every year for 3 or 4 years, that would be consecutive. One after the other is consecutive. Okay. Next word is decline. Decline means it's going down, not up. Okay. Overdose. In this case, they're talking about a pop idol, Prince. I'm not sure if you know Prince. He was a top musician in America, like Michael Jackson. He was like up there, and he died of a drug overdose. He took illegal drugs, and it killed him, or
yeah,
maybe legal drugs. Contribute. Contribute is what you're doing at work. You're contributing to your company. You're contributing. Yeah. So
okay,
if you contribute, you give money or your time to something. And the cause. The cause, in this case, it says the cause of the accident. So, say two cars have had an accident, but they don't know the cause. The cause could be there's a mechanical issue, or it could be a driver issue. They don't know the cause yet. There's been an accident, but they don't know why it happened. So, that's the cause. So, we'll get to the article, and you can read this to me, please. Can you see the US life expectancy?
yeah.
Okay.
It's a little dim.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's good.
Can you see it?
Yeah, okay. Not really. Just about the network connection. So
Can you see?
slowly. Okay. So it's good.
Okay. So can you read that for me if you can see it? The average?
Yeah, the average life. Yeah, expectancy in the US has increased in 7 months.
Yep.
According to that from the and the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. The life expectancy for baby born in 2021 was 76.4 years. The lowest it's been since 1996. This is the second consecutive year due to us. Life expectancy has decreased. In 2020, it was 77.3, down from 78.8 the previous year. This was the largest one-year decline the U.S. has experienced since World War II. The CDC said deaths from COVID-19 and drug overdose contributed to this decline. According to Forbes, more than 475,000 Americans died from COVID-19 in 2021. That's over 1,000 deaths a day. But with COVID-19 among the three causes of death in U.S. for a second consecutive year after heart disease and cancer. And according to earlier report by the CDC National Center for Health Statistics,
Yep.
oh,
106,000.
106, yeah, 6,700 death from drug
Correct.
overdoses. In US in 2021, that's more than 4.5 times that it was in 2021. No, in 2001 for better.
Yep.
Despite a decline, US life expectancy is higher than the global average, with the World Health Organization WHO say in 73 years. Japan is the highest expectancy in the world at 84.26 years, according to the WHO,
Yep.
followed by Switzerland at
83.
83.45 and South Korea at 83.3.
Okay, so we won't do the questions, but we'll do the discussion. So, taking away COVID, because we've all had deaths from COVID in every country, people are dying. There's more people dying now than normal, and they're dying younger in America than they did, and they will continue to die younger. Tell me what you think. Do you think it's because life now is a lot easier for us, where in the UK, for instance, I can do my shopping online, I can order my food online, I don't have to go out, I don't have to exercise, I can. And do you think that online, what we do online, has altered our health? If you do sport, it's great, but if you don't, do you think long term it can alter your health?
Yeah, yeah. Because as I know, or the read my or the researchers, if you don't run like a stand or you use it too long, it's cause your like a bad effect to your health, like heart attack or like a high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Anything that's the main reason. And when so they like they don't want to move, they don't want to active to be active,
Yeah.
something like that is yeah
So
the
I
life
think
will be
exercise and
low.
diet, isn't it? And your diet's a lot better than European diet, by the way. But the internet is around the world, and it's like I've got a daughter who's 13, and she's always on her iPad. But luckily, I can get her off it sometimes when we go swimming or cycling. So I do think to do some exercise is important, especially for young people. In America, this is quite amazing. 50% of Americans are overweight.
50% is a high. Yep, yep,
That's
it's a high
ridiculous.
rate.
I mean, you've got diabetes, heart problems, lung problems. The list is endless. And a lot of it is down to Americans eat a lot of junk food. Like
So
we all know McDonald's, KFC's, Pizza Huts, but we've got them in England, but America got more these type restaurants. So it's not good for us. So do you think in Vietnam that there's an issue with people using computers too much and not getting enough exercise? Because in England, I worry about young people. Because when I was a kid, there was no internet, so I was always outside playing with my friends. But now, like I said, with my own daughter, she does exercise, but she'll quite happily spend a lot of time on her iPad.
yeah, I think is in Vietnam also have the same like all the young people, even the student from the secondary or uh, primary, so
Yeah,
they also use the iPad or smartphone. They yep, like in I think in Vietnam all parents have a kid and just like on one day to go around and just give them a electronic like, and to yeah for them to see and to stay in the one place
yeah.
and don't yeah like oh
So in UK, the schools, the law in the school now is when it's time to eat lunch, this time of the day for you, lunchtime, schools are not allowed to give children junk food. They can only serve because you can have dinner in school in the UK, but they've got to serve them healthy food so that at least once a day, children get healthy food because of the problems with their health. The other thing is in England, if you work on a computer all day, your company has got to pay for you to have an eye test every year.
yeah and the company will give a like insurance for eyes
No, in
or
England, the company have got to pay for your eye test once a year. And
uh
then if you need glasses, they've got to pay 50% towards your
50%.
glasses. So if you need glasses, the company's got to pay half of your glasses bill in the UK. And also, if you work on computers, you in England, you've got to have 5 minutes every hour away from the computer, so your eyes can adjust back to because your eyes work on muscles. So
Yeah,
if they're in one place all the time, the muscles are not working back and forth like long distance, short distance. So you've got to have 5 minutes off your computer every hour to do something away from the screen, so your eye muscles um, don't suffer too much, which is again another problem that we're getting from using computers. And they're all over the world, so we can't get away from them. And we can't live, especially with COVID, we can't live without the internet.
yeah, yeah. So like if like we have many tools or many the software to remind us after some time into our I need rest. So like because when you in the flow of work
Yeah,
and
you forget.
you don't yeah you maybe forget that maybe for decline the remind
Yeah,
from
it's
yeah from
I
that
forget. I don't know, but I did work online in a center where I was on computers all day, and I used to forget my 5 minutes all the time. But the law, the English law, is that um, you should have 5 minutes away from the screen.
yeah
It's the law, but sometimes people forget. But if you do it, your boss can't be angry with you because it's the law of England if you do it for 5 minutes. So usually I just go and get a drink or use the restroom or something in that 5 minutes of the day. But that's. By the way, if you live there's a country called Portugal next
yeah
to Spain.
Portugal
You know
yeah
Portugal?
yeah yes
If you live in Portugal, wait for this one. If you work from home online in Portugal, the government say that the company has got to pay for some of your internet and electric bill.
Sorry, pay for what?
Yeah,
Sorry.
if you live in Portugal, the country, and you work from home online,
Yeah,
your company you work for has got to give you money to help you pay your internet and electric bill.
nice.
It's the only country in the world. It's the only country
It's
in the
just
world.
yeah, maybe they encourage for working more. I think that the other side of the story.
Yeah.
They say
Well,
yeah,
I think the future is in England. We've got, you might know this already. We got what we call hybrid working now, where people work 2 or 3 days from home and 2 or 3 days in their office
yeah,
a week. Um, so it's a good balance, I think,
yeah,
especially for people who live on their own, because living on your own, working online, like in COVID times,
mm,
was very hard for some people because they never met other people. So now we got hybrid working where 2 or 3 days at work, 2 or 3 days in the office. And that also makes there's less people on the trains and buses getting into the big cities. And
mm,
you've got your city's got a big
yeah.
problem with traffic, not just us. London's got a problem too. So I think every big city in the world. How long does it take you to get to work?
I moved from my house to the house near the my office, like 5 kilometers.
Oh, not
Yeah,
far. That's
five
easy.
kilometers.
That's easy.
Yeah, but I have to move from the district far from my office
Oh,
to
right.
the district to the one nearer, and yep, and it take me like 15 minutes to yeah to reach my office.
Okay. So are you from Hanoi or are you from another city?
I'm from Ho Chi Minh City.
Sorry, from Ho Chi Minh City. Are you from Ho Chi Minh City or another? Were you born somewhere else or have you always lived in Ho Chi Minh City?
I born yep I born in Ho Chi Minh City,
So you're one of
but
the you're one of the lucky ones because a lot of people come to Ho Chi Minh to work, don't they?
yeah um so so crowded. So every every provinces from the south, yep, they gathered and work. Uh, yep, they work and work in Ho Chi Minh City, like because they gather all the industry centers or the industry zone, like
So
mm, center.
when's your big festival coming up?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
coming. It's coming.
is it
It's a holiday.
22nd?
Uh, is next week. Yep, it's next week. I'm not sure the date.
22nd, is it the 22nd?
So let me check. 20, 20 and 21,
Okay.
20 and 21st, right? 20
Okay.
and 21st.
So how long do you get? Do you get a long holiday? Do you get a few days or a week? How long do you get?
Uh, a week. Yep.
Oh, right. That's good.
Exactly 7 days.
So do you normally like spend that time at home and do you have like in England at Christmas, we always have a special meal. It's the same every year. Do you have special food at that festival or not?
Yeah, and we also have a special food for that holiday, and it's different on from the from the south and the middle or the north of Vietnam, like me at my place, and they have a tet cake, and we have also watermelon, and in the north, maybe they have a chung cake.
Oh, right.
Do you know that?
No,
You
I
know,
don't.
chung.
But
It's
I do
just
like trying different foods. Honestly, I do. Around the world. I'll try if I travel, I'll always eat local food because there's not a lot of point traveling to other countries and eating the same food from your own country. I mean, what's the point? It's good to try foods from different places and go to different places. And yeah, I'll eat anything basically.
Yeah.
So, when you have this festival on the 21st, 22nd, do all your family come to one place like for the festival or not?
Yeah. We separated into so they have it their own meaning. Like the first day uh of the new year, like in the lunar calendar,
Yeah.
and they will gather, and all the member in family will gather. Then they yep, they just stay at home and have a party and celebrate together. And in the second day, and they will go to the other and to send all the messages and all the good message for the coming, yeah, for
Okay.
the next year. And for in the third day, as a traditional day, they will go to the teacher, like call the teacher, and also to give them the good message and about just the health, the good health, something like that.
So, are you from a big family? Because I've got five brothers and sisters, so I'm from a big
Wow,
family. How about
wow.
you?
Uh, there are three people in my family, and I'm the only son.
You're
Yeah,
the only son. You're lucky.
maybe that's something I feel sad because I have no brother or sister.
Well, you might be sad, but I'll explain something to make you feel better. When I was a little boy, we had a car, but it was a small car.
Yeah.
So mummy and daddy were in the front and six children in the back like this.
Oh,
So when you worry about being the only child, just think about six children in the back of a small car like this, going like this for 2 hours.
six six children in from the back seat, and
Mm,
with the yeah. Okay.
six children. And the bigger we got, the older we got, the more it was like this.
Except a small space.
So it's good to be one or two children, believe me.
Yeah, I when I was a child, I also asked my mom, yeah, a younger sister, but no, maybe no.
Can you get me a
It's just a
can you
dream.
get me a younger sister? Yeah, I'll just go out and get one.
Uh,
So
so
yeah,
maybe that's just a dream. That currently is not suitable, and maybe all the condition will not allow us to have.
but don't worry. I mean, I got sorry, two brothers and three sisters. But to be quite honest, we were always fighting. Because there was three boys in one room and three girls in the other room, so we were always fighting for space to do what we wanted. So it's good to have family, but sometimes you don't always, but especially children. Children are always fighting. There's always
Yeah.
somebody not happy. So futuristically, in the future, would you like some children?
Currently, I don't think about to get married, so maybe about the children will be pending. I think that it's just
So
pending.
I stayed single till I was 29. So,
Uh,
and I think it's good to be single for a while and enjoy life as much as you
oh,
can.
at
And
that
then
time, so now currently I'm just in 25.
when you get to in your 30s, maybe you can start thinking about maybe I'll get a wife and some children, but enjoy being single. It's a good time.
So that day will come, and then we will choose one and
So
to decide. Yeah,
we're out of time, but I hope you enjoy your new year because it's not far
yeah,
away. And it was nice talking to you, and I'll let you get back to your work.
yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All the
Bye
best.
bye.